The Jared Dillian Show.
I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show. Thursday night, getting ready for Labor Day. Please call to talk about your money at 844-305-7800. That's 844-305-7800. This is the Jared Dillian Show. I saw a tweet recently from a guy who I dislike. And the tweet basically said that money doesn't make people happy because you just move the goalposts. For example, let's say your goal is to have $100,000 in the bank. Once you get $100,000 in the bank, you're not happy because now you want $200,000 in the bank. So people are like never happy. So this is kind of an existential question. Does money make you happy? Okay. So let me just, this is sort of at the crux of what we're doing here. This is like part of the show. Yes, money makes you happy. Yes, 100%, unequivocally, no doubt about it, money makes you happy. Money can buy you lots of things. It can buy you fun stuff. It can buy you material things. It can buy you comfort. It can buy you peace of mind. It can buy you security. It can buy you a place to live. It can buy you a car. I've never understood these people who are like, money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all good. Money is actually the root of all good. And I think a desire to have more money is totally healthy. And, look, are there people in the world which pervert that desire? Sure. If you look at a guy like Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, and by the way, this is another movie like The Big Short. I never saw The Big Short. I am also never going to see The Wolf of Wall Street. Never going to see it. And the reason is, well, there's a lot of reasons. But first of all, like, that's not really Wall Street. Like, those guys were working at a strip mall in Long Island. It was penny stock nonsense. It was all like, it was totally crooked. Like, that's not Wall Street. The sad thing about that movie is that a lot of people come away with it. They're like, oh, that was Wall Street. No, it's not Wall Street. But Jordan Belfort was a legitimately smart guy. And if he had started a brokerage the right way and did it right, he could have been a billionaire if he wasn't in such a hurry. Like, that's the thing. And I talk about this a lot, too, about getting rich slow versus getting rich fast. He wanted to get rich fast, and he took shortcuts. Obviously huge shortcuts, but he took shortcuts. And you do it the right way, you do it the slow way, everything's fine. Money absolutely makes people happy. It actually makes people more happy if they work for the money. It doesn't really do a lot for you if you just get it in a lawsuit. Somebody dials all nines, you get a lawyer or something like that. Speaking for myself, it makes me happy. I like to buy stuff. I like saving. I like watching the number get bigger in the bank account. I like giving it away. I like being in a position. We were talking about this at lunch today. I like being in a position where I can go get a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. And if I'm in a good mood and I want to help somebody out, I can throw a 20 in and just give away money. I just like being able to do that. So I like working for it. All of this is good. So do you move the goalposts? What do you think about that? If you want to call in and talk about this, if you move the goalposts, call in at 844-305-7800. That's 844-305-7800. This is the Jared Dillian Show. Please call in to talk about this. I'm going to tell you a story of when I was on Wall Street. So I was, I worked at Lehman Brothers and I was a trader and I did something called index arbitrage. And I wasn't making a huge amount of money. I think the first year I was there, I got paid like $135,000. The next year was like $200 or $250. I don't remember. But it wasn't like a massive amount of money. But I was saving everything. I was saving absolutely everything. And my goal was to get to $2 million. That was my goal. And I said, when I get to $2 million, I am going to retire. And I am going to live off the interest. This was my plan. I'm going to live off the interest. So at the time, interest rates were about 6%. So I figured if I had $2 million in the bank, I could live off $120,000 a year, and I would just sit around. And what's funny is, this is like age 28, 29. That is a ludicrous idea. It is insane. It is ludicrous. For a whole bunch of reasons. First of all, like 120,000 is not going to get you a super high standard of living, which I didn't really realize. And second of all, interest rates were 6%, so that disappeared. And third of all, why should it be somebody's goal to sit around? Like, I thought I was going to like write novels or something like that, but that's like that FIRE nonsense. That's like the Mr. Money Mustache guy. That's the type of thing that he would do. So I moved the goalposts. I got to 2 million and I moved the goalposts. And, but this tweet from this jerk on Twitter that I found, it's like when I moved the goalposts, I wasn't unhappy. I wasn't like, I'm having a tough time explaining this. I just wasn't unhappy that I didn't have enough. I'm like, okay, I achieved this goal. Now I'm going to set another goal and I want more. And there's nothing to be unhappy about. I just got to continue setting more goals. It's not like moving the goalpost. It's not like, it's not like just moving it all the time. So what would that have said about me? So I'm not, I'm already thinking about moving the goalposts again. Like I think about it all the time. And it's not like, is it greed? Is it like, no, it's not greed. It's just literally it's about having a goal and trying to meet the goal and working towards a goal. And it's just, it's good. It's absolutely good. It is a good thing. And you should have a goal. You should have a goal in mind. So for example, let's say there is a neighborhood that you want to live in and the houses in that neighborhood are $600,000. So you're going to have to come up with about $150,000, $200,000 down payment, say $150,000, and you're going to have to, you're going to have a mortgage payment of like $3,000 a month, with insurance and all that stuff. So that's a goal. Okay. When you get to that goal, when you achieve that goal, you come up with that down payment, you buy that house. It doesn't stop. That's not the end because you got to that goal. If you don't set another, if you don't move the goalposts, then what does that say about you? If you don't move the goalposts, it means you're just content. You're just done. Like you give up, like that's not what life is about. It's not. So, does this mean I'm an unhappy person because I moved the goalposts? Like, au contraire. It's not. I'm deliriously happy. I may be grumpy on the show from time to time, but I'm actually deliriously happy. And, being happy isn't being done. The happy part is chasing it. It's kind of like my cats. By the way, I have 5 cats. I don't know if I ever said that on the air. I have 5 cats, and they bring me lots of joy. But, the cats play with toys. And the cats are not happy when they catch the toys. The cats are happy when they're chasing the toys. I mean, it's absolutely true. Basically, the only way you get me to stop moving the goalposts and chasing goals is if you tax me at 90%. Then I will give up. Then I say, okay, I'm just going to hang out. Really, like I really like, what is the point of anything if you're going to get taxed at 90%? There's no point. I'm not going to work. I stay home. Then I really will write novels or do something stupid. I never stop. And I want you to never stop. Money makes people happy, but it's really the pursuit of money that makes people happy. We've talked about this acronym before, WASH. What does WASH mean? What does that stand for? Work, achievement, self-esteem, and happiness. Work, achievement, self-esteem, and happiness. I have a t-shirt that says work, achievement, self-esteem, and happiness on it. And I'm slightly fat. It doesn't fit as well as it used to, but I can still wear that t-shirt. There's no M in WASH, okay? But if you do WASH, you are going to get money. I mean, if you want to find websites on the internet that tell you that money doesn't make you happy, there's plenty of stuff out there. In fact, you don't even really need websites. I mean, that is just that's sort of the zeitgeist. That money doesn't make people happy. Don't you think it's weird that man. Actually, I will tell one quick story. I write a financial newsletter, I publish a financial newsletter, and I'm in competition with a bunch of other people that do the same thing. And they're all on Twitter, and I'm on Twitter, and it's sort of like people are seeking attention and approval on Twitter. They constantly seek attention and approval. And what they will do is, they'll put some of their best ideas, some of their best research on the internet for free in order to get likes and retweets and approval. And one of the things that I figured out about human nature is that a lot of people really are, I don't want to say lonely, but they really need validation from others, and they need it more than they need money, which is really interesting. And are you one of those people? Do you need validation more than you need money? And I'm like screw the validation. Like I want money. I am motivated by money, 100%. And you should be too. Otherwise, I mean, your priorities are kind of screwed up. And I see this all the time on Twitter. Those likes and those retweets. People just need attention. We'll be back shortly. I'm Jared Dillian. This is The Jared Dillian Show.